Thank you very much to welcome you to MedZone African Motives. Eh, I want us to look at economic and management science, grade 9. So this is a term 1 revision. We are preparing for term 1 exams or term 1 test that you're going to write. So as you see, this is a control test, grade 9, which was written in March 2025. So here we are mainly going to look at the economy and financial literacy. Economy and financial literacy. So the total marks is 50 and you are only to spend an hour on this paper. So that is that. So like it says, section A is 15 and section B is 20 and section C is 15 and all in all the total is 50. So section A is 15 marks, and section B is 20 marks and section C is 15 marks and total mark is 50. So that is that. Let's move on. So now we are on the instructions and information. Instructions and information. So it says write your name and surname and write neatly and legibly. So we are first going to start with section A, question 1, which is multiple choice questions. It's multiple choice questions. So without wasting much time, let's get to our business of today. As it says, choose and cycle the correct answer. So we choose and cycle the correct answer. Like you said, it's a multiple choice question. So it says 1.1, the percentage that represents a portion of profits that is added to the cost price is called. So we are given 4 options and we are to give the correct answer out of given 4 options. So the correct answer there is B, markup. The correct answer there is B, that is markup. We know very well that the markup, that is the amount that is added to the cost price of a product or service to determine its selling price, usually expressed as a percentage of the cost price. So is the difference between the selling price and cost price representing the profit or margin? Hope you understand it. Hope you get it. So thank you. Let's move on to 1.2. 1.2 says, when a business receives money from sales transaction, it will be recorded in the dash. So we're given these 4 options: CPJ, DJ, CRJ, and DAJ. We know CPJ is cash payment journal, DJ is status journal, CRG is cash receipt journal, and D is status allowance journal. So the correct answer there, when you receive money from sales transaction, is recorded in cash receipts journal. So it means the correct answer is C, cash receipts journal. We know very well that a cash receipt journal, this is a specialized accounting journal used to record all cash inflows or receipts, such as cash sales, debtors payments, other cash receipts. So it's a book of original entry where cash transactions are recorded chronologically. So that is that, good people. So now let us move on to a 1.3. 1.3 reads as follows. Bullshit traders sell her stock at the profit markup of 45%. So if the cost price of the goods is 500, the selling price of the goods will be, then we're given 4 options: 280, 340, 725, 800. So now we are to work it out. So for us to calculate it now, we can say, let's calculate the selling price. We have a cost price. We have cost price, which is equal to 500, which is given. And the profit markup, profit markup is equal to 45%. Is equal to 45%. So to find the selling price, SP, we need to add the profit markup to the cost price. Meaning to say, we are going to say profit is equal to 0.5, which is 45%, times 500. So you know 500, that was the cost price. So this will be equal to 225. This will equal to 225. So now we are going to say selling price. Selling price is equal to cost price, CP, plus profit, which is now going to equal to 500 plus 225. And this will give us how much? 725, which is C. So the correct answer is C. So the selling price of the goods will be 725. So now let us move on to 1.4. 1.4 read as follows. 1.4 read as follows. A written proof that an amount of money has been received by the person who sent the receipt. So we are given four options. Where we are given four options, we have cash register roll, capital, we have receipt, we have bank statement. So the correct answer there is C, 1.4, receipt. The correct answer is receipt. We know very well that a receipt, that is a document or a proof of payment issued by the seller or service provider to the buyer or customer, acknowledging receipt of cash or other forms of payment. Meaning to say it serves as evidence of the transaction. That is that. So now let us move on to 1.5. The amount at which business sells the goods. The amount at which business sells the goods. We are given four options: accounting question, selling price, profit, cost price. And the correct answer there for 1.5 is B. Selling price. We know that the selling price, that is the price at which product or service is sold to a customer. Whereby we are including any markup or profit margin added to the cost price. So it is the final price the consumer pays for the product or service. So that is that. So that is that for question 1. So that is that for question 1, and we are to attend to question 2. So our question 2 is what is a matching question. As it says, match the description in column B with terms in column A. So these are our terms, and here in B is what these are the description. So write only the correct letter AE to the next question, number 2.1, in the space provided. In the space provided. So column A, like we've said, these are the terms, and column B, these are the description. So now we're going to talk about a source document. So now we're going to look at the description in column B, which matches this item source document. And you can see if you look at all these descriptions, then the correct answer is going to be C. The correct answer is going to be C. A source document is a document that serves as a proof that a transaction took place. So meaning here, we are going to see the answer there. Here is 2.1. 1. Source document is here. So the answer is 2.1. So that is that. Now we have what? A trading stop. So a trading stock, if we can look at these descriptions, that a trading stock is A, the correct answer. The goods purchased with the purpose of reselling them at a profit. These are the stock. So that is that. So the correct answer here that matches here will be 2.2 A. So now we come to trial balance. So with trial balance now, 2.3. And we look at the description, we can see that the B is a correct answer. A trial balance is a list of all the balances in the general ledger. So it means 2.3 matches here on B description. So coming to 2.4, profit. So profit now, as you can see, the F is the correct answer, F, because profit is the difference between cost price and selling price. So here we can say this is our 2.4. Now coming to 2.5, whereby we are talking about the sundry accounts. Sundry accounts. So sundry accounts, you can see D is a correct answer because sundry accounts, this is where you record all transactions that do not have a special column. Those transactions that do not have a special column either in cash payment journal or cash receipt journal. So it means here we are going to write 2.5. So that is that for question 2. Now let us move on to question 3. Let us move on to question 3. So here we are on question 3, whereby we are going to look at accounting equation. As it says, analyze the following transaction of sales or dealers on the elements of the accounting equation. Show an increase with positive and decrease with a negative. So we are giving example here, receive 1,200 marble for the office space she's renting. So as you can see, if we receive 1,200, it means that this is going to increase our assets because cash falls under what? Assets. So our assets is going to increase and as well as our owners' equity. So this affects what? Assets and owners' equity, but it is 1.2. It's a mistake that happened there. It's 1.2, not 1,000. So this is the example that we're given. So now it further on say, now we are given what we have to do. Transaction, February 2025 record to the space provided above. 34, paid wages cash for 690 via EFT number 3. So what you're going to write under source document, you're going to write the bank statement EFT. We're going to write bank statement EFT, sorry. So now we want to know the account that is going to be debited, as we are told that we paid wages for a cash of 690 via this EFT number 3. So what you're going to do is the account wages, we know expenses. So if we paid wages, the wages, these are the expenses that we pay for the employees who worked for the business. So we know the expenses of what? Debit balance. So it means you're going to debit wages and credit bank because you're going to pay via what? Bank. Because you told that you're going to pay via what? Electronic funds transfer. That is through the bank. You're going to take money out of the bank to pay for the wages. So now let us see how it's going to affect our accounting now equation. So we are paying them how much? 690. So it means you're going to have minus 690 because you're going to take money out of our bank, and bank falls under our current assets. So it means you're going to decrease our our assets, our current assets, because now we're going to part ways with 690 to pay the wages for our employees. That is that. Also, it's going to affect our owner's equity. Our owner's equity is going to be affected by 690 because we know that if we are going to pay this expense, so this is, we're going to part ways with our profit. Our profits now here in owner's equity is going to be decreased by 690, whereby you're going to pay for the expenses, which is now we're talking about wages. So this is how we expected to answer this question. So now let us move on to question 4, which is section B. Let us move on to question 4, section B. Now we are on question 4. Question 4 is about cash journals. So as it says, that is section B, you are provided with the transaction from the books of FG traders for the month of February 2025. So our year end is February 2025. So required 4.1, prepare cash receipt journal with analysis columns. So there should be what? Analysis columns. So that is analysis of receipts, bank, sales, cost of sales, and sundry accounts. So we know sundry accounts, these are the accounts, these are the transactions that do not have the columns. So we treat them under the sundry accounts. Also, what we are expected to do is cash payment journal with analysis column, that is bank, trading stock, wages, and as well as sundry accounts. So we are also told to not close the journals on the 28th February 2025. So here are our transactions. The first transaction is the owner FG Umalo deposited how much? 70,000 into his bank account to increase his capital, and issued receipt number is number 1. So it means this is going to affect our cash receipts journal because he is depositing the money into his bank account for capital contribution. So this affect our cash receipt journal. But on the second, bought ready stock of macro 7,200 and paid it via what? EFT, electronic funds number 100. So this affect what? Our cash payment journal, because you're going to pay for that stock. We are not receiving any money. Here, cash sales per cash register roll 8,004 or 8,240, and the profit markup is 25%. So here we can see that this affects our cash receipts journal, CRJ. It also on the same day received cash from B Balui rent for 4,000, issued receipt number 2. So this one is also CRJ, cash receipt journal, because you're going to receive money for our tenant who is B Balou. On the 18th, paid wages via electronic funds, invoice number 0.1 for 1,600. This one is cash payment journal, because as a business, we are the ones who are going to pay that money. On the 25th, electronically transfer 3,050 to Ngomasi local municipality for water and electricity via electronic funds transfer number 01.2. Even this one is cash payment journal, because we are the ones who are going to pay water. We are the one who are going to pay water to Ngomasi local municipality. Cash sales register roll of 18,200 and the cost price is 5,200. So this one is CRG, cash receipt journal, because you're going to receive this 13,200. So this is what we are going to do. So now let us go to our cash receipt journal answer book. Remember, we're told to have this column of analysis receipts, bank, sales, cost of sales, as well as what? Sundry accounts. Also, we have to have details and the date the transaction took place, not forgetting the document number. So that is that. So now let us do our church receipts journal. So remember, on the first, we were told that the owner, FG Kumalo, deposited how much? 70,000 for capital contribution. So let us record it here. Meaning we are going to have this document number we're already given, even the day we are already given. So where are we going to deposit this money into our bank? 70,000. So what is this money for? This is for capital contribution. Do you have any column for capital here? We don't have it. So once we don't have it, we are going to record it under sundry amount. So under sundry amount, this is 70,000. And then you have to give what? The details, account detail. This is for capital contribution. This is for capital contribution. That is on the first. So remember, we are now on church receipt journal. We were told on the third that church sales per church register roll is 8,200. 8,200. So, meaning to say, we are going to go to this transaction that affects our CRJ on the third. So remember, our document number is CRR, church receipt journal, and it was on the third. So it says church sales register roll of 8,200. 8,200. So meaning to say, we are going to say under church receipt journal, we have what? Sales as our details, because we told that is a church sales. Then analysis receipts are going to have what? 8,240, 8,240, which is this one, 8,240. So we have a sales column. So we're going to put it under sales column, which is 8,240. So for us to sell this much, it means there are costs that we have incurred. There are costs that we have incurred. So that is why we are going to look for cost of sales. That is why it says the profit markup is 25%. Sales is what? So for us to get the cost of sales, we are told that we have a profit markup of 25%. So we know very well that the goods are produced at 100% cost price. So now we are going to say, we are going to have one. This one is representing the original 100% cost price plus now 0.25. So 0.25 that we have is representing the 25% of markup. So this will equal to 1.25. So that is that. So now we are going to say 8,240 divided by 1.25. And this will give us let's just calculate it. This will give us 6,592. 6,592. So that is that. So this 6,502 is our cost of sales. 6,592 is our cost of sales. So that is that. So now let us move on to other transactions that do affect our church receipts journal. The same date, on the 3rd, it says receives church from a tenant Balui for rent of 4 of 4,100 and issue receipt number 2, that is still on the 3rd. So meaning to say we are going to have 4,100 in the sundry accounts. So it's going to be 4.1. So it is under sundry accounts because we don't have a column for rent here, because that was in relation to rent, because it is received to charge from the tenant for rent. So it means you're going to say 4.1, and then that is rent income. That is for rent income. So that is that. Now we come to 25th. As we can see now, on the 25th, it says cash sales per cash register roll is 13,200. That is on the 25th. And then we're going to have what details? We have sales. That is analysis receipt, 13,200, which is going to go straight into our bank. 13,200. So what was that for? It was for the sale of goods. So that is why we are to enter it in here under sales column, 13,200. 13,200. So what is the cost price? We are told that we have cash price of what? 5,200. So this is our cost of sales. It cost us this much for us to sell it, 13,200. So that is that, and these are all for cash receipts journal, and you are to get your 13 marks. So now let us move on to cash payment journal. Cash payment journal. So like cash receipt, we have document number, day, name of payer, bank, trading stock, wages, as well as sundry accounts. Those are our columns that you're going to use. So now, as we are under cash payments journal of FG, Traders February 2025. I'm first going to go to the second transaction. If you can look at the second transaction, we have a transaction that affects what the cash payment journal. He said bought the trading stock from Macro for 7,200 and paid it via electronic funds number 100. So meaning to say we are going to say when you are here, we're going to say on the second, we're going to have the name of payer. And the name of payer is what? Macro. The name of payer is Macro. And pay the money. We pay the money through what? When we buy it, we paid it through the bank, 7,200. And it was for trading stock. We're buying what? Trading stock as a business. So that is that. Now we come to on the 18th. As you can see that transaction 18 also do affect our cash payment journal, whereby we paid wages via electronic funds for 1.6. For 1.6. So here we are on the 18th. So we are going to say on the 18th, we paid that wages. So our name of payer is what we was for wages, 1,600. It was for wages. So we pay what? The wages. So now let us go to Well, now let us go to the transaction which took place on the 25th. The transaction that took place on the 25th. So as we can see that it says electronically transfer 3,050 to Nkomasi local municipality. Nkomasi local municipality for water and electricity via electronic funds number 012. So it means that we have paid this municipality how much? 3,050. So now let us record it. Now let us record it. So we can see here we are on the 25th. So we are going to name of pay is what? Nkomasi. Nkomasi local municipality. Local municipality. So we paid 3,050. 3,050. So it's supposed to go into the bank. And our sundry account now, because we don't have column for local municipality. So we're going to pay it here under sundry account 3,050, and it was for water and electricity. So that is that. So you are to get your 7 marks. So now let us move on to section C. Question 5, whereby we are going to do general ledger. So you are supplied with the information from the books of Tahele Traders for February 2025. Required. 5.1, post the following completed journals below to the following accounts in the general ledger and balance the accounts at the end of 2025. And balance accounts at the end of 2025. So we have bank account and trading stock. Bank account and trading stock. So the information is balances on February 2025. We have trading stock of 2,465. So now we have cash receipt of Tahele Traders as well as cash payments journal of Tahele Traders for 2025. So what we are asked is to do what? Bank account. What we are asked is to do bank account and trading stock. Let's move on. So you can see now we are going to our answer book. So here we are on our answer book. So on our answer book, we have what? A bank account, which has debit as well as a credit side. So you can see on the 28th February, we have what? Cash receipts journal. We have what? No, let me write it this way. Under details, we are going to have total receipts. Total receipts. So total receipt for CRJ. So how much is there? Our total receipts in the cash receipt journal. So if you go back, you can see that in the cash receipt journal, remember we are doing what? A bank account. So the money for bank account in the cash receipt journal is what? 19,050. So we are going to write what? 19,050. But on the 2025 February 28, on the credit side, we have what? Cash payment journal. So we have total payments here. Total payment. So the total payments, it means here we're talking about CPJ. So now we want the amount for total payments because you know the amount for total receipts. So now we are going to say, we are going to go under cash payment journal and then see the bank. So we have what? 16,770. Then you're going to write it in there. 16,770. So that is that. So now we are to balance. We are to balance this. So we can see the bigger side is debit side of for 19,050. For 19,050. 19,050. So when we subtract 19,050, when we subtract this total payment, 16,770 from 19,050, now we're going to have the balance carried down. Balance CD of 2,280. 2,280. Which is going to become what? Our balance breakdown, which is going to be here on the 2025 March. 2025 March. First of it, we are going to have balance BT, balance breakdown of 2,280. And then you are to get your 5 marks. So that is that. Now we're asked to do what again? Trading stock. We're asked to do what? Trading stock account. As you see, here is our debit and here is our credit side. So on trading account, the first we have balance brought down of 2,465. Where did we get it? It's very important. So we can see here is the balance on the 1st February 2025. This is the balance 2,465 for trading stock. So that is that. So now we look at the cash receipt journal. Cash receipt journal. Do we have trading stock in the cash receipt journal? Let us look for cash receipt journal. So let us come to our trading stock answer book. So it means that on the 30, that we have a bank of how much? CRJ of 9,650. 9,650. So we can just come here and see where we get what this 9,650, which is this. This is our 9,650. So now we go here on the credit side whereby we have cost of sales. We have what? Cost of sales of how much? Under CRJ of how much? 7,840. 7,840, and this is 7,840 that we are talking about. This is our cost of sales. So it cost us this much. So now let us again try by all means to balance this. So it means you're going to add this plus this, then they will give us 12,115 as our the bigger side. So you're going to say 12,115. So now we're going to say 12,115. So it means you're going to subtract 7,840 from 12,115. So it means now it will give us a balance CD carry down of 4,275, which is now going to be a balance brought down. That is now March 2025. The first of it, we're going to have balance BD, balance brought down of 4,275. So that is that. So now let us move on to question 6, whereby now we're going to talk about what a trial balance. Let us move on to trial balance. So we are on trial balance. As it says, an experienced bookkeeper employed Lumbobo traders drafted the following trial balance. So all amounts are correct, but some of them appear on the wrong side. Required redraft the trial balance of Lumbobo traders as at 1 January using the space provided below 2025. So we have this trial balance of Limpopo Estate, 1st January 2025. As you can see, we have balance sheet account section as well as nominal section. So you can see there are some other amounts that are incorrectly debited, like capital. You can see it's wrongly debited. It's supposed to go into the credit side. Drawings, rent is fine, and trading stock is okay. Sales, now we are to calculate it using balancing figure. So that is that. So now let us come to our answer book. So we are starting with capital amount. So we're going to start with capital amount. How much is our capital amount? And remember, capital account has what credit side. So you can see here is our capital amount, which is 76,800, which was supposed to flow to the credit side. So it means we are going to write it here, 76,800. 76,800. Then you can see that our drawings is fine. And then we have bank here, which is missing. And then the bank, it has debit balance. Bank has debit balance. How much was our bank? So you can see here is our bank, which is 41,370. So now we're going to write our bank here, 41,370. So you can see we have trading, stock, and debtors control, which are still fine. So now we come to nominal section, where it is going to start with what? Sales. It's going to start with what? Sales. Then you know our sales is a question mark, but cost of sales is fine. It's how much? 46,800. So what is missing there is what? Rent income of how much? And no rent income, there's what? Credit balance of 12,120. So one would want to see where we get it. This is 12,120. So now coming back, we have packing material that is already there. But you can see that we're having what the balance now at the end, which is 159,120. So we have this amount here, 159,120. So this is the total that we're talking about now. It's the total that we're talking about. So you don't know the amount for sales. So now it means that we are going to add 76,800, which is our capital, plus rent income. Now we're going to subtract that from our 159,120. So what we are going to do, we're going to say 76,800 plus 12,120. That is that which are going to give us this much. So when we add this plus this, they're going to give us 88,920. Then you're going to say 159,120 minus 88,920. Then it will give us 70,200. It will give us 70,200, which is our sales, and our sales as what? Credit balance, 70,200. So that is that. So when you add these sides, they're going to give you both 159,120. So it means it is balancing now. So that is that. So this is the end of this presentation. Make sure that you're going to share with those who are concerned. And please don't forget to hit the subscription button. Thank you.